Hello, Bench YouTubers. Today I will be playing Streets of Rage 4 while doing the storytime video talking about school experiences, and at the end of the video I'll do a special review of Streets of Rage 4 and why I think it's a cult classic. So anyways, Category 1 of school experiences. My bullies. And yes, I did have bullies in my school. It was elementary school, but I'm not telling you the name because, well, you know. So anyways, I had bullies who were like this one black kid with his two white friends. Son, just like, they always showed up at breakfast just to make my life miserable. But I mean, like, I decided, you know what, I don't even care anymore at some point. Until they decided to push me to my last straw. Of course, calling me fat, stupid, and stuff like that didn't really faze me that much, because I just felt a little bit sad because I'm really sensitive and emotionally sensitive. But they ended up deciding to push it so far by saying something about my mother. Now my mother, she's a nice, but also person that I would definitely be scared of. But, so, anyways, I just blew it. I am like really mad because I'm just like, did they just say this about my mother? How dare you? So, I'm just pretty mad. And I'm just telling him, hey, that's not cool. Don't talk about my mother like that. And he said, what you gonna do, chump? So, I napped him, threatening them to tell the counselor. Or just the teacher. But they said they don't care. So, yeah. So, I just was like, what am I supposed to do? But of course I didn't deal with them so long because they were 4th graders and I was like third, second, or first at the time. So, yeah, I didn't really pay that much mind. So, anyways, I'm just like, I hope this never gets worse. Until 3rd grade. So I'm just like, 3rd grade. I'm already getting used to 3rd grade and I already made a friend, which I will just call her Icy. So Icy was nice, but then out of nowhere, like in November, she started bullying me. And she just did it just for fun, because later in 4th grade, we became friends again. But then I started to ask her, why did she become so mean to me randomly when we were literally friends? And then she told me she just did it for no reason. So we're kind of cool with that, but I'm still kind of mad, to be honest. But, so, anyways, after the whole IT problem, I have a friend with one of these 2 twins, which I'm gonna call E1 and E2. E1 was my friend and E2 was really just a jerk. Because he tried bullying me, but I didn't really let it get to me because I was just like, it isn't as bad as IC or my first bully. Until they decided to do the worst thing to me, because this happened like in 3rd or 2nd grade, when suddenly E1 decided to turn against me. decided to side with them and basically bully me along with them too. And this guy was my friend, so I didn't really know how to feel about this. And I'm just like, what? I thought we were friends. When the world happened to being best friends. But he didn't care, and it wasn't like some small bullying. They ended up bullying me for like 2 years with no stop, calling me chubby, Burt Chicken Nugget, and I was just mad because I mean, like, I'm black, but that doesn't mean I'm a Burt Chicken Nugget. I can't control the color of my skin, now can I? No. So anyways, I'm just like, I dealt with them for 2 years until then again I reached my limit. And they didn't really say anything offensive like the other bullies, like something about my mom. I just got sick of them because I've been through this for like basically 2 years now. So I ended up snapping, calling them stupid, idiots, and retards. And of course, the bus lady got involved, and we finally solved the case. But then again, didn't stop there, because one of my friends was also kind of a bully to me, but he didn't really like me or anything, so we were just kind of like bros, because nothing wrong with that. So I'm just gonna call this man OS. And they found out I had a YouTube channel, and they make fun of it. Ouch. What a great way to treat your friend when he gets a new YouTube channel and aims for a high hope. But nope, just gotta crush that all again. So, I'm just like, wow, I thought you guys would actually be a little bit more happy, but no. I didn't really care that much. I'm just like, because it was near like the end of the school year at that time. And why am I talking about bullies when I could talk about my friends? One word, I barely had any friends. I only had like 2 or 3 friends that I hanged out with every recess or something. And most of the time, they weren't even in my class. But for some reason, I was kind of popular because everybody in the school filled with like 700 people or something knew about my name. So, yeah. So I'm just like, I'm just kind of getting used to it now. So, yeah. Anyways, my second experience with school, my teacher, pre-K, and also this will basically be like going super fast, so you can like try to make it slower in these verbs. Pre-K, I get kicked out, I get to a new pre-K and pass. Kindergarten, I ended up getting not compatible with my teacher and get a new teacher that I didn't even know who they were until a random one found me and decided to take me in. So, yeah. And then first grade, I'm sorry I talked over there. First grade, my teacher gives birth to a baby, and it turns out she had birth to another one later, but off topic. So we get a new teacher. Second grade, I get through half of second grade, and I end up fracturing my finger, so I couldn't really go to second grade anymore. So, anyways, I'm just like, third grade. Nothing really happened in third grade. other than me having to understand that I have 2 teachers now. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, 4th grade. I learn new stuff. And they talk about middle school. And that's gonna be all from my school experiences. But will I still continue the game? Yes. Because I want to get all this quality content in. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, basically my review of Streets of Rage 4. The base game. The base game is your average beat 'em up. But it's still really fun, with fun, engaging 12 stages to go through. Also, fun fact, did you know Streets of Rage 1, 2, through 3 was all on the old consoles in the 90s called the Sega Genesis? Anyways, the replayability. There's 12 stages with modes that make the game even harder. There's multiplayer, and there's a versus mode where you can fight your friends using the characters you grew ever so close to in the 90s. And there's multiple unlockable characters. So that keeps you busy for a little while. And they all have their own moveset. So, yeah. Anyway, characters. Axel Stone. Well, he is your basic character with basic attack. He's basically your balanced character. Yeah, it's basically balanced everything except a few things. And his other counterparts, Streets of Rage 1 counterparts, on Streets of Rage 1, they didn't have special moves or any flashy stuff like this or anything like this and this or this or this. They ended up making the character super strong, basically two-shotting everything because they only got regular punches and kicks and a special move that they can only use a few times because you need to collect stars, which you barely even get in stage. So, yeah. So, I'm just like, this game is pretty cool. I ended up beating the whole game, and I got all the unlockable characters, but of course, that was when I played the game on the PS4, I got the PS5, and I lost all my save data. It's really sad, but I still had a fun time going through the whole entire journey again. Of course, this game doesn't really get talked of that much until future updates. The game's getting DLC with probably new characters and new stages and new special moves. So that's something to look forward to. Anyways, my dislikes about the game. After a little while, the game gets bland, because if you're a pro, you've basically done everything in the game you can, and it isn't like one of those weekly games or stuff like, let's just take for example Genshin Impact, where you get new updates and quests every day for you to have something to fool around or play around with. But yeah, that's a talk of its own. Anyways, okay. My ups about the game. The unlockable characters don't feel janky since they are originally on a console with with only six buttons, and they don't feel like janky or really hard to control since they didn't really change anything about the gameplay. Of course, now they're on a smoother console, and they added a few tweaks and changes. They only did that for the Streets of Rage 2 and 3 characters. Streets of Rage 1 characters basically don't change at all, which I have no problem with. Kinda thought it to be not really cool at the time, but now I'm just okay with it. So yeah. Anyways, story. Story is simple. Mr. X comes back, or so does he. It turns out his own children take over of his business and rule over the world, taking control of the police, and everybody in the city is doing chaos. Axel and his friends must try to stop this from happening, and there are the events to Stage 4. The game is a great game with a lot of replayability. Sure, it can get bland sometimes, and there isn't really daily updates or anything, but it's still a fun game where you can just enjoy, hack and slash, and destroy everybody. As you can see, am I pro at this game? No. Have I done the hardest difficulty? No. Do I still enjoy this game? Yes. Do I still think this game can be a little bland? Yes. Do I hate this game? No. Still a fun game. It's okay, but still a really great game. The base game is good, and then you got unlockable characters, and you can always do harder levels and stuff like that, which isn't really that bothersome. So, yeah, that's pretty much nice. So anyways, I'm having some trouble here. Anyways, Streets of Rage 4 is a great game. You should definitely buy it, because it's basically Sega's legacy. Because this was one of Sega's best games of all time. It was a game that rivaled super games like Mario. So you should appreciate this game because, hey, it might end up like some games that got canceled. Because we never know, this game might get canceled. We might never see it again. And I think you should buy it because it's definitely worth it. Sure, it can be a little bland sometimes, but it's still a great game, and I have no problem with saying Streets of Rage 4 is one of the best games I've ever played. Anyways, yeah. Am I going to be playing a little bit more? Yes. This is basically the end of the video. I'm just going to be finishing the boss, and then after that I'll say my goodbyes, and yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be quiet now, and I'm not going to speak until the end of the video. So you can always click off if you want to. Anyways, goodbye Battlefield Troopers. That's me playing Streets of Rage 4. And I hope you enjoy. Anyways, goodbye, and have a great day and stay safe.